Good morning, YouTube. How are we doing? I hope we're doing well. I'm doing well, much better. So, I plan to get back to streaming a lot more often now if, things will allow me to. Which hopefully they will. So, we are going to jump straight in. You know what time it is. It's time for the weekly Everdark Smackdown, where we beat the 3 Everdark bosses that have been given to us for the week, and we just kind of see what we need to do to beat him. Now, obviously at this point, I am not going to be giving you, guides on how to beat them. You can watch me, you can learn by example, I guess. If you want more guides on how exactly to fight these things, you need to look at my earlier Smackdowns, because at this point, I've already shown you all the bosses that can show up as an Everdark. Although, fingers crossed, 2 more may be added later. Oh, I'm just kind of pipe dreaming there. Anyway, let's see who the Everdarks are for this week. Oh, first things first, we have Everdark Tricephalos. Affinity is fire, weakness is holy. One of the hardest Everdarks out there. Holy is almost a requirement, just because your damage output's going to be crap if you don't have a holy weapon, so keep that in mind. Then we got Gaping Jaw. Affinity is lightning, weakness is poison. Poison is absolutely worthless against this thing. Go for DPS. Find the highest damaging, stance breaking, whatever weapon you want. If you're going for critical hits, go for stance breaking. If you're going for just damage, go for damage. You can poison it if you want, but it no longer has the special effect that it does, because in Phase 2, poison will absolutely not stop it in its tracks, as it says it will. Then we have Sentient Pest. Affinity is poison and magic, and weakness is fire. That's not that bad. So, actually, wait. That's just the first 3 bosses. Tricephalos, Gaping Jaw, and Pest, in order. They might be working up to something. Don't quote me on that, but they might just be working up to something. Anyway, time to show you the build I've got together. It's my typical stuff. I got improved critical hits twice, and critical hits earn runes on the Dark Knight of the Baron. I have improved melee attack power, skill attack power for a total of 40% melee skill attack power, since, you see, melee attack power is only 5%, skill attack power is 15%, but the melee attack power also applies to skills on melee weapons. Therefore, it's a total of 20% for skills on melee weapons, and things like Rain of Arrows on a bow would only get the 15%. And occasionally nullify attacks while damage negation is lowered. That's pretty self-explanatory. You know what that does. 20% chance to dodge attacks when my defense is down. Scorpion Charms, gotta keep an eye out for them. Melee attack power, skill attack power, again, same values as the Will of Balance. And continuous FP recovery. So that's the build I always run, just because it makes it so anything I do does massive damage. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Expedition number 1. Now, there is no necessary seed, necessarily. Okay, there really isn't a necessary, shifting earth you need to trigger for any of these, necessarily, but... Okay, I just like the word necessarily. But there really isn't anything you need to trigger for these bosses. They're pretty easy. Well, there are certain shifting earths I'm sure that would help. For instance, against Everdark Tricephalos, under normal circumstances, I would probably trigger myself. I'd go for Noclateo, just so I have a location to duplicate, like a weapon. So if I find a super powerful holy weapon, I can now duplicate that holy weapon. Have 2 of them. Then I can power stance. I mean, that's what happened when I beat him the first time, I'm pretty sure. I'm almost certain I had Noclateo triggered. And I think I got a Golden Order Greatsword, and then I just duped it. Then I'm pretty sure the second time I beat it solo, I had a Sacred Relic Sword and duped it in the city. Not quite level 3. Well, you're dead. About to say, there's no way you're surviving that. So here's what we're gonna do. Instead of like going through one of these nearby points of interest to get to level 3, I just went ahead and killed that horse dude to do it. Through fire attack. Through charge attacks, I'll take. That's nice. So we're gonna hop down here. Excuse me, sorry. Now, obviously, let's address the elephant in the room here. I do not have a blue weapon yet because of this horse of action. Is that a flying dragon, or is that ulcerated tree spirit? No, it's flying dragon. So here's what we're gonna do. Starters. Kill you guys real fast. That way we have enough to buy a Smithing Stone 1. But before I buy a Smithing Stone 1... Yeah, thank goodness it's not a pot troll fort. Because I have... Okay, hold on. I want to see who the basement boss is. If it's something super easy, like, whatchamacallit, Leon and Misbegotten, it's not. Absolutely not. Nope. No way. No how. I am not even going to do the basement this run, likely. Unless I get a hold of a healing spell, I ain't doing that. No. But before I buy a Smithing Stone 1, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop up here, check these chests, as occasionally they have a pretty decent weapon in them. Or Smithing Stone 1. Magic follows, that's worthless. It's pretty decent. Ah, there's a Smithing Stone 1. Lightning attack power. I don't know. Is there a holy... Yes, there are holy runes within that circle at night. I was going to go hit these, but now I'm just going to go hit these instead. Wait, what's your gray weapon? Ooh, that's tempting. Hey, we'll upgrade my Wilder Sword. I don't know, like, we'll ditch it. Because, okay, while it's a good weapon, don't get me wrong, if I can upgrade my Wilder Sword anyway, what's the point in having it? Like, it's... I don't know, I just prefer the Wilder Sword's moveset to that, and it's a negligible difference in damage, I feel like. Not to mention, I like the skill on the Wilder Sword a lot better than the skill that's on that thing. So, no shame to Horaloo's Earthshaker. Hey, that's beautiful! So that both activates my Harmonia Relic and boosts my holy attack power by 15%, which is insane. Excuse me. But yeah, so like, I don't know. I don't care for Horaloo's Earthshaker. It's got a slow wind-up animation, and the damage it does, honestly, is pretty underwhelming. It's not as punch-packing as I would like it to be. Like, it's not... I just would take... Like, there are just so many better skills. But I just don't know how else to say it. Like, they're just better skills. If it had, like, stamp sweep, stamp uppercut on it, I would take it, because that's actually fantastic. Those are fantastic skills. I am in there fast. We're going to be smart here and take improved affinity negation. I can't level up there. But then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to hop on over to that camp. Although before we do, what I'll probably do is I'll cut through this tunnel, kill Pumpkinhead real quick. Really, dude? Thanks, Harmonia Relic. Under tree avatar. Oh, here goes stupid Cleus. I cannot stress enough the fact that I do not condone this. Don't do this. It's a bad idea. Working out pretty well, but like it's just a bad play. There were holy ruins right there. This dude's not guaranteed to give me a holy weapon. He's pretty likely though. More likely than like, okay, if this were the flying dragon of the hills in the lake, like I would not have taken him on because that dude's not very likely to give holy weapons. That was lucky. It worked out, though. That's a tough one. I'll take Solaria's Tree just because it's going to be more useful in the long run, but I was incredibly tempted to take the, whatchamacallit. The Rivers of Blood, just because Rivers of Blood is a fantastic weapon. But yeah, I think we found our weapon for the run. So now I need to load up on skill attack power. Hate everything about this enemy. Magic attack power, we'll take Smithing Stone too, just for the heck of it. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Yeah, no, I just had to kill him real fast. Let's hop over here. Ooh, treasure. That is a treasure key. Goodbye. Excuse me. Wonder what weapon would be best for this clown. That's Betty. If the skill on that sword didn't absolutely suck, I would take it. Seriously? No good passives at all. Really, dude, get away from the grace. Come on. Okay, some sort of key. Got to level 8. We can go ahead and toss this. There we go. Well done. That was so good. Are you actually serious with this? Oh, that was a joke. Now where to? Well, I mean, there's a flying dragon of the hills down here. That wouldn't be bad to hit. Already killed an Erdtree avatar there. There might be a great enemy up in this area. Basically, I just need to hit the big rune items. I have the weapon I want. I also need to keep my eyes peeled for skill attack power passes, not that it doesn't already do stupid damage. Kill every beetle I come across, because it could drop. Well, that's interesting. I don't have anything better, we'll take that. So there's one in the woods. I might stop there, then go lake, then go central castle, honestly. I think that's what we'll do. Yeah. Frost resistance. Attacks at all. Sucks. So. Ain't worth it. So whatever it is, it's something big. Could be magma worm. Could be ulcerated tree spirit. Oh, come and get some. Your tail was right next to me, dude. Oh my goodness, dude. Like, I call BS on that. I mean, that's ridiculous. His tail was right next to me, even if it didn't hit the face, it hit the tail. Really, dude? Get on the floor. Making sure. Really? I don't know, that's okay. But, like, really? I'll take it, because I don't have, like, anything in my inventory that's worth it. And yeah, I could have taken increased enemy damage after critical hits, but that doesn't really help all that much with Tricephalos, as those are not very easy to get against it. The boss moves around so much, it's hard to do a bunch of big stance-breaking attacks, so I typically just avoid that. I don't typically do a critical hit build if I'm fighting Tricephalos, is what I'm trying to say. Fulgor, different story. But Tricephalos, Pest, those two I just typically avoid critical hits with. Caligo I might go critical hits with. And it would be helpful for the run, but would it be helpful for the boss? Because, I mean, what are the chances on... Like, the thing is, I only want to ever do a critical hit, like, the debuff critical hit passive on a Night Lord that's going to actually allow me to make use of it. Because, think about it this way. Tricephalos moves around a lot, so even if I can go to critical hit, yeah, I'm going to be able to debuff its defense by 15%. Or if I stack it multiple times, by upwards of like 45%. But it moves around a lot, is the problem. So even after the critical hit, it's still moving around a lot. Therein lies the problem. So here, let's deal with this dragon. Yeah, all we're doing is press L2. I literally just don't care. There's a weapon. Now I think the only thing now I think what we should do is probably hit Castle Basement, since we have a really good weapon for Royal Revenant. See, you never want to fight Royal Revenant until you're like 100% certain that you're ready for it. Or until you're 100% certain that you can take it out like insanely quickly. Tell you what, even this ain't that good. Also, I didn't realize how much bigger they made this thing in Nightreign, because I went back and played some Elden Ring recently. These things are pretty small in that game, actually. Certainly not this big. Cosmetic. Stop giving me all these horrible passives, dude. Give me something good. Here, it is a Crucible Knight fort, so we have some Crucible Knights that we can kill. For funsies. Yeah, that might have just screwed up the whole fort, because that dude Shield Crucible Knights, I constantly say you should never fight them, and then I always go and fight them, and I always regret it, because it takes forever to kill those stupid things. By far, the least time-efficient enemy you could choose to fight in this game. Like, it's not even close. Like, I mean, the Spear Knights are not exactly a quick fight, but they don't take that long. Oh yeah, then I went back and I got summoned to help someone fight Loretta in Elden Ring. Unsurprisingly, a lot better at fighting Loretta now. I haven't played Elden Ring since Nightreign came out, I don't think. And the dude still got one shot by that move. The last second. I did get the runes for it, and he did get the credit for the boss dying. So that's all that matters. We'll do that, I guess. Typically I avoid that because I don't like having my affinity removed because I did a critical hit, but... y'all just seem keen on not giving me what I need, so, excuse me. Hey, look, Rivers of Blood. Wonderful. Group charge attacks. Yeah, since the runes don't matter anymore, I'll take that. Eyes open. Sorceries, item discovery. It's not going to help at this point. So I don't think it will. Could be wrong on that one. See what we got. Jump attacks, damage negation, low HP. Melee attack power, that's good. Well, no way. I'm not going to use that. Not against the boss. Show me what you got. Come on. I was not paying attention to the passive on the Archer Great Bow. Oh, hold on. That. I was about to say, I just remembered there was a Godfrey icon. It wasn't there. That affects the skill. I keep forgetting that Godfrey icon's even a thing. Alright, let's head to the tree then. I say that like that's not what I've been doing this whole time. Should have bought some Starlight Shards. What am I fighting? Oh. Rivers of blood? Good grief. Someone did not think this through. Oh my goodness. Like, you put blood on top of blood? You get a crazy looking sword. Eat this.
There is no escape.
Let's not do that. I love Rivers of blood. We'll take max FP up since I'm going to be doing skills. Or I'm going to be trying to do skills. I don't know how likely the Silurius Tree skill is to actually land. Alright. Let's get this on. So, setting a good example, buy a Wind and Grace if you can. Buy some Starlight Shards. We're going to go ahead and use the Smithing Stone too on something worthless. We're going to confuse people. Red Branch Shortbow +1. There we go. Now we're just going to go and do our duty. About to say, that dog's coming back. Alright, let's go ahead and top off. We're out of phase 1. Let's get into the real stuff. That was horrible. Why did you aim at that? Oh. Let's say that's gonna stance break him. Actually using the big dog as, or the main dog as cover there. Well, that was lucky. I missed. Okay. That was bad. Well, actually, it did go down. Yeah, don't do what I just did. Don't try and just go for the last hit. But in the end, well, it's all just learning how the boss moves and what you need to do to dodge certain things. As most things are, there's not a whole lot of luck to this boss, really. There are some bosses, like Everdark Libra, if you get a bad clone, well, then you get a bad clone. I mean, there's not much you can do. If you're not very good at fighting the clones, that is. Well, that's interesting. Well, I'll stop it. Running out of relic space, can't really afford that. Now let's go on to Gaping Jaw. Let's see what we can do. Let's kick this off. Alright. So our goal here is just to get basically as much attack power as we can. Doesn't really matter what weapon we get as long as it's not a lightning weapon, of course. I mean, I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory. Like, you don't want a lightning weapon against a lightning boss. So it's going to run off to the side. Fine, I'll take it. Bunch of jerks. Come on. There we go. Let's hop over here. Let's kill this soldier dude. I could have maximized profit by going for another critical hit, but for time's sake, I'm going to sacrifice that little gain. And just critical hit all these dudes instead. Almost. Funny thing, if I did do a critical hit as the finishing blow on that dude, it would have been just enough. So here's the path we're going to take. We're going to go down to this physical cathedral first. We're going to make our way over to this church. Once we are over at that church, we are going to take the tree to fly back up. Really? That's good. I like that. Would have been fantastic last round, because guess what? It's a holy sword with fire damage negation on it. I mean, seriously, how do I find these things literally once they would no longer be useful? I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. It's a useful weapon. It is a very good weapon. And I am going to use the heck out of it, because it's a very good weapon. Really, I was not even in the spirit stream, but thanks, I guess. Okay, let's activate this. Really? Then you pick the one boss that's, like, resistant to holy. Actually, a lot of things are resistant to holy. It's just that this is the only boss where that resistance actually matters. Oh, I was behind him! A bunch of cheating pieces of crap. Really, dude? There we go. Jerks. Have to weave a little bit there. Please die. Take that. I don't know why I leveled up so slowly. I guess I didn't think I got in the menu. I apologize for any noises you may or may not hear, because there's work being done right now, so. The live stream waits for no man. So now that I'm level 5, what I'm probably going to do is just save the next church, save one of the other churches for day 2, to maximize the amount of time I have to do stuff in Central Castle. We're also going to check the merchant, see what kind of passes we're looking at here. See if he's got anything interesting. Let's see, skill, attack, power. I like that. A lot of good stuff, actually. And now, before we see who the basement boss is, we're gonna hop up to these chests again. I was watching someone who's doing a bunch of, like, depth 5 runs, who legitimately, okay, like, I don't typically like to, like, rag on other people, but this dude legitimately was just not that good. Or he still isn't, I guess. He might be better now than he was when I watched his videos, but his videos weren't that old. It would stand to reason over the span of a couple days he wouldn't get much better, I wouldn't think. But here's the thing about him. He has an insanely smart build. I'm not ashamed to admit that. His build is ridiculously smart. It's actually, like, ingenious. Because it's designed to, like... It's designed to allow for mistakes at depth 5, which... Any build that is able to do that is a really good build. Because depth 5 is, like, the epitome of you can't make a mistake. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, the dude had a fantastic build. I don't know, I can work with that. He just wasn't that good. Oh, I can work with that too.
Bent on sacking the lands of
Really, dude? There's no way that reached me. I said stuff about attack power, and this is certainly going to help with that.
shadow of the fell omen shall not wane.
So now our goal is just to clear as many field bosses as we can. Point of interest bosses, field bosses, whatever. Both of them need to be cleared, like, in large quantities, because, like, now what we have is a pretty nice rune boost. Or not a rune boost, we get an attack boost for every extra side of grace, so we need 8 more, like, bosses to die. Oh, come on, dude. I hate Graphic Scions so much. I mean, I hate Graphic Scion. But it's dead. That's poker, that's pretty good. Now what should I do now? I mean, there's a field boss down in the lake. I might have time to do it. I like that. What you got here? Stop giving me, like, sorcery and incantation passes. I'm not a sorcery or incantation character. I mean, I guess I could play like that. I've seen someone who does it. But, like, the thing is, like, I'm not playing like that. You were not going to catch me playing Magic Wilder. Someone reached Depth 5 as Magic Wilder. I want to shout them out. That was really great. That's impressive. Alright, cool, you did. Yo, can you guys get off the side of Grace, please? And obviously, we're a very high level for day 1. Ah, dang it, it's a banished night camp. Can't do it. Just do not have time. There we go, let's get up on our post and wait. How we doing, chat? We doing well? Lovely weather we're having. So I guess the best course of action would be this church, or those blood ruins, or what are those? Death ruins. Maybe not. Well, I don't know. We'll try. Wow. Do the field boss here and head back down to Central Castle. Because we already have how many? We need 6 more points. We need 6 more graces. So that's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. We killed the 2 field bosses. That's 5 and 6. So the question is, do I even do this magic for it? I feel like what I do, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I do the top of the fort boss for the 6th one. Could be wrong, but I think they're ready for me. Well, let's give them a shot. How funny. Your face seems to hurt a little bit. Okay. There we go. This time I will take that. I don't know, I don't like doing magic forts is the thing. Like, magic forts, there's no fast way to... There's never a fast way to do these things. It's really annoying, because they actually end up being a very big waste of time. Or at least a time sink that's too big for me to be okay with. Okay, so there is a great enemy up there. Not necessarily a bad thing, though. In fact, I see this as a blessing in disguise. Actually, I see this as a blessing. It's really not in disguise, it's a blessing. It's big money. What should I take? I should take skill attack power, realistically. So, we bought skill attack power. There. Alright, let's go get a Side of Grace. The other thing is, I actually only need 5. So, I'm skipping this. Screw this. So we're going to hop up. Go deal with Wormface here. Do I need to get the Side of Grace, or does it just count? It just counts. So I don't need to actually interact with the Side of Grace in any way whatsoever. It doesn't even need to make the dinging noise that a Side of Grace does when you discover it. It just needs to appear. I'm already doing 173. That's pretty good. What's the great enemy over here? Erdtree Avatar. I can work with that. Why on earth did you swing again? That's really weird. See, I'm out of range of that swing. I'm good there. Goodbye. Really, dude? Really, dude? Really, dude? Go away. Ditch this, because I'll probably be power stancing these. Let's deal with this clown. Goodbye. Oh yeah. So I need to kill this field boss and then go Central Castle. That's it. But yeah. I don't typically do point of interest bosses when I'm doing Grace Given Lord boosts, simply because, well, alright, Central Castle is still in the Bounty Eye. We're good there. Hey, skill attack power. Bye-bye you. I was sensing I don't get that benefit from you anyway. Yeah, we're gonna kill this great enemy over here, and then go Central Castle. Just because I know I have time. Goodbye. Yep, my skill attack power is pretty good. Your skill FP cost. Yikes. This is perfect. Goodbye. That was hard. Wow. I guess I'll take that, because the other two things don't really interest me all that much. Cool. Really? Did you really want to do that? I don't think you did. Well, this is fair. Stance breaking will take. Knock me out of that. I dare you. I want you to try. Really, dude? Everybody rags on the two-sword Banished Knight. These guys are the worst. I feel like nobody actually just recognizes the fact that those guys are actually really bad. He did not have his... Oh my gosh, dude. Okay. It's just what we're doing now, it seems. Let's say parry that. I would laugh so hard if he did parry that. That would actually be really funny. Then I would be upset. But 249 is not bad. Like that's pretty good. I'll take that. It's gonna help this sword even more. So I'm pretty sure it caps out at 10. Yeah, we'll prioritize attack over defense. Not very smart if it's your first time fighting the boss, but really, it's not my first time fighting the boss, so. Let's just go over here. That was a hard fight. Take that. There we go. Hate these things. Where are you going? Y'all are idiots. That was a good swing. That was the exact same swing. You gotta try something different, buddy. But I don't know if you figured it out by now. It ain't working. Why did... Oh, stop. That's one thing I didn't miss in normal Elden Ring, was the Dark Souls re-rolling that this game does have. Where, you know, when you press the button, you're rolling no matter what, whether it be after you get hit or before. Well, Crucible Knight's dead. This game did take a big step backwards in terms of, like, mechanics compared to Elden Ring. I don't know how that's possible, but like, yeah, like I said, if you press to roll and then you get hit, it will roll after you get hit. Like, it just does that. I don't know why it does that. I hate that it does. It's actually quite annoying. Alright, so now we have a Winding Grace. We're going to buy a second Starlight Shard just for the heck of it. Buy a third just for fun. But we're going to just kind of go take out Gaping Jaw real fast. But yeah, no, not thrilled about the decrease in the reliability of the rolls. That's exactly what happened. It's just, it decreased your roll reliability, basically. Thanks for not dodging. There we go. Just put it in the face. Are you already? Frankly. You're dead. Well, that was a fight. You're welcome. You saw the boss. You know how to fight it now. Just kill it. Just buy money. Buy a house. And the giant purple lake. I'm going for a swim. Oh, wait, I can't swim. Let's just get this Smackdown over with. We're moving on to the final boss of the Smackdown, Sentient Pest. Now here, it would have been smart to trigger City, but, you know, we'll do fine. I think we'll make it out of this all right. Oh my, mountaintops. Well, that's interesting. Take damage negation at low HP. You'll now come in here and slaughter all the nobles. Hey, they deserve it. Hey, Night Maiden's missed and improved sorceries on a starting staff. Starting camp would be really good for a sorcery. Like, character. I don't know why I forgot the word character was a thing for a second. They do have an attack. I'm impressed. I'll admit, I'm a bit flabbergasted. Rolling attacks, cutting ability. Let's hop on up. Skill FP cost, and we'll take that since, you know, I have nothing better at the moment. Yeah, let's go up and do this physical cathedral, get this church. Wow, the churches are in the worst possible places. I mean, seriously, I do not think they could have arranged them worse if they tried. I mean, this is just, like, it's actually really annoying, because now it's going to be an inconvenience to get any of them. Problem is, though, with Pest, I have to get them. It's not one of those bosses where you can just be like, oh, well, I can just not get them, because chip damage is a thing in that fight, whether you like it or not. I'll take that. Then we'll hop up here and head this way. What I might actually do is kind of irregular. Might go ahead and kill some things on mountaintops. There's one fire cathedral on the map. Hey, why did they do this? Okay, personally, this is a gripe I have with this game. Is, like, they have it set so that the church can both be over here and be over here, making it almost impossible to get anything done and get both of them. You could make the argument like, well, that's part of the thing. You gotta prioritize. Get your priorities straight. Do you want to prioritize like, are you prioritizing whatchamacallit? Are you going to prioritize churches, or are you going to prioritize level? Like, you could argue that. You could. But my argument is that really you shouldn't have to, like, sacrifice being a good level to get all the churches. That's my gripe. Like the fact that I have to sacrifice, or potentially sacrifice, my ability to be a decent level just to get all the churches in the map is frankly just kind of stupid to me. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like sometimes the churches are like right in a line. Like all three of them are clustered. Like there's one down here, and there are two right here. Like I've seen that before. I'm not asking for that. I'm asking for them to be like, reasonably attainable and not have literally the entire map between, like, all three of them. Because, I mean, look at this. They could not be further apart. I literally think this is the farthest apart these churches can be. So because that church is within the bounds of night, I'm going to go ahead and do basement boss, whatever it may be. How did its hit land and mine miss? Goodbye. Wow, why the same thing for both? Realistically. Probably the top of the castle, too. Take that, just because it activates my Harmonia Relic, which I have to say, these past few rounds, I've gotten stuff that activates it more than I typically do, which I'm very thankful for. Let's see if we can't kill whatever's up there. Oh, we can. Buff up real fast.
There is no escape.
You've actually got to be kidding me with this.
Little pillager, bent on sacking the lands of gold.
Guess not. I would have had more than enough time to kill Bellberry Hunter. No. Don't do that. Just die, dude. Off my screen. I'm not getting all the churches. That's just not on. That's just not in the cards. At this point, I'm not. But that's okay. Now, let's try this again. How did that one-shot? we go. We killed him. Yeah, for melee. Well, don't make me pick between these. Fine. Melee attack power. The Lion Great Bows are really good weapons. The reason I was so torn up about that. Still need a fire weapon. Might have to run out into the night to get this done, but I do want to get this church on day one. Yeah, you ever had that thing where your left lung or right lung, like a specific lung, really hurts for some reason? Not like constantly, it's just like randomly it'll start hurting. And like anytime you move or breathe and stuff, it hurts. And then it's just over. I don't know, that happened literally like 15 seconds ago. Hate it when it happens. It's annoying. I need to get that checked out. Because, I mean, that's definitely not normal. Dude. From that boss, we'll take improved dodging. Yeah, we won't kill the Night Invaders. We'll just go to mountaintops. We are going to stop there. I don't know, honestly, a fire weapon isn't necessary. It's helpful, but it's not necessary. I don't know, I'll just bank on getting one, honestly. If I don't get one, whatever, it's not the end of the world, because, again, like I said, fire weapon is not necessary for this fight. It's immensely helpful. Don't get me wrong. It's helpful. But it doesn't, like, knock it out of an attack. It doesn't, like... It actually doesn't debuff it at all. So it's almost not even really worth it, especially as a melee character who's probably not going to be hitting Noster that much anyway. The only place where I would say maybe you should consider a fire bow is if you were trying to hit Noster all the time. I'll pass on that. We'll go up the left side this time, just because I want to kill this Demi Swordmaster. Which, as you can see, not a very hard task. Always check these corpses. They sometimes have really good passives. I say as I pull nothing but 2 freezing greases out of that. as many hits on the head as we can before we do the critical hit itself. Seems to be more effective than this. Maybe not. Kinda hard to tell. Goodbye. Hey, that's good. Yep, goodbye. That is in fact a fire weapon, or a weapon that has a fire attack at least. Yeah, we'll kill you last. I want to go... There's one other boss I know I haven't beaten yet. It's back this way. Skill attack power. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. What we got here? Projectile drop off. Wow. The joke is I'm not honored, and I'm really not thrilled about that at all. It's worthless. That's worthless. For me, anyway. Attack power. Attacks inflict sleep? There's no way I read that right. Because that did not say attacks inflict sleep. There's no way. Because if it did, why did it say that? A. Okay, if all else failed, there was a magma whip candlestick at the... Well, that was incredible. Well, that worked. Guess I'll take more frost resistance. I already actually cleared Central Castle, so I can't even go and do that with my spare time. Wait, no. Gotta go back and buy stuff. Stop it, jerk. We'll set a good example by buying a Winding Grace ahead of time. Now we'll go kill the trolls. And with that, we will have killed every boss on the mountaintops, I do believe. Unless there's some random boss I just don't know exists. I find that incredibly unlikely, though. Dang, those dogs did nothing to you two. They just left the whole party for nothing. We're dead. Next. Wow, that's a fast kill. Good grief. I'll take that because it's awesome. And now we'll just go wait. Because, I mean, there's nothing else to do that matters anyway. Alright, let's see what we got. I'd say this doesn't kill him, I don't know. I didn't really think that the fiery after effect would kill the soldier, though. That's nice. Alright, cavalrymen are dead. There you go. Lead DTS. Take max HP up 15%. It's not bad. Now let's put this Smackdown to rest, shall we? I think we might hit a new record on fastest Everdark Smackdown. So setting a good example, blah 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 blah, buying the Starlight Shards. Because I need Starlight Shards to do the skill and yada yada yada, you get them. Go. Oh, I forgot I had the Grace Given Lord boost. I actually ended up with the full boost anyway. That's hilarious. I didn't even mean to end up with the full boost, and I still did because I cleared mountaintops. Let's do a damage test. Eh, not bad. Phase 1 done. Punch some of that. I actually kind of want to take out, or get Nostra close to take him out first. That way, when Pardus gets possessed, because I kill Pardus first, Nostra will be a super quick takeout. That way I have more time to focus on Super Pardus. Thanks for that. Well, that's the fastest I've ever killed that boss. That was ridiculous. There we go. Could you call that a one cycle? I guess you could. Well, that is the Smackdown for the week. I want to thank you all for watching, and I want you to like and subscribe, because if you like and subscribe, that lets me know that I'm doing something right, and I need to keep doing this. Anyway, that's where I'm going to call the Smackdown for this week. Thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you all in the next stream. I want you to stay rainy, I guess. Bye-bye!